On Thursday, the Mariners suffered a frustrating series split with the Twins, losing 10-1 as Emerson Hancock faced off against Simeon Richardson, and Mastroboni and runs popped out of the bullpen. Welcome to the Dom Skiing Channel, your one-stop shop for the Mariners storylines on Seattle's minds. And the Mariners lose 10-1, get out hit 11-6, and out hit on expected batting average 292 to 176. However, this was far from an ordinary game, scheduled for 10:10 Pacific time, 12:10 Minnesota time on Thursday. There was weather warnings, storm watch in the area, and the game didn't even get started until about 2:30 p.m. Seattle time, over 4 hours after the originally scheduled start time. It's also a getaway day for the Mariners, who are finishing up a 4-game series in Minnesota before having to get on the plane down to Texas, where they're playing right now in the first game of the weekend series. And when you look at the schedule going through August 5th, we only have 2 scheduled off days, not including the 4 days for the All-Star break, which a few of our players won't even get off. And this team clearly is in the thick of things. So when you start breaking this game down, obviously you look at, it was a scoreless game for 4 innings. Emerson Hancock did a pretty good job. Simeon Richardson looked a lot better than I think a lot of people give him credit for. He's a guy who was a pretty big-time prospect on the top 100 once upon a time, but hasn't so far lived up to that, had any sort of prolonged stint of success in the major leagues. With Hancock, though, only 4 swinging strikes on 84 pitches shows that under the hood, this start was bound to blow up before it ended. And 86.5 average exit velocity for Emerson Hancock. Again, he's been doing a good job limiting the hard contact. And in a storm warning type of situation, you can't expect the ball to travel very much. But he just didn't pitch well enough to win the game, unfortunately. Only gets through 5 innings, wastes 84 pitches before he can even get into the 6th inning. And he only gets 2 strikeouts to 3 walks. That's pretty worrying because when Emerson Hancock is walking batters and not striking out batters, his weak contact approach just tends to fizzle out. He's a guy who really can skate by for a start, can be crafty, but he's not a guy who, when he doesn't have his best stuff, he can stay out there for 6 or 7 innings. And so he didn't have his best stuff. Credit to Dan for getting him out of there. When we still had a chance to win the game, it's only 2-0. However, Zach Pop came in and runs just popped out of him. Unfortunately, no pun intended. Zach Pop hit hard 7 times in this one on 39 pitches. 7 hard hits in play for 39 pitches. Clearly, they're squaring the ball up. They're hitting it hard. Just 1 strikeout to 2 walks, gives up 2 homers, 7 earned runs, 8 runs total on 6 hits in just 1 inning pitched for Zach Pop. Then you have Trent Thornton come in, 11-pitch clean inning with 1, not a clean inning. He did give up a hit. And Miles Mastroboni pitched, pretty entertaining. He did go for 1 clean inning as well, although he did give up 2 walks and a hit on 23 pitches. Then you look at the Twins bullpen, and they shut us down even though they didn't have their top guys. After pitching the night before, they didn't have Duran, didn't have Jax, and they opted to go Brock Stewart in the 6th inning to be that bridge between Simeon Richardson and the rest of the bullpen, guys who were kind of an afterthought. 2 AL West afterthoughts from once upon a time, Danny Kalum, former Oakland A, and then Justin Topa was a Mariner last year. They both came in, had hitless innings, and Danny Kalum allowed a walk, but neither of them got any strikeouts. Moving it over to Cole Sands for the 9th inning, where obviously the game was completely out of reach for all 3 of those guys. So they gave up a few hard hits each, but nothing too bad. Then you look at the lineup. Mariners lineup only getting 6 hits, an extremely low expected batting average 2 days in a row now, after putting up a ton of runs for a good 5-6 game stretch. It's just inconsistency that we're dealing with here. And it's not something that you say, oh, there's one player you can point to and you need more out of them on this particular day. This game started over 4 hours after it's originally scheduled. A big disappointment not to be able to play the game when we thought we were going to, and then to have to play it later put us even more behind schedule for our getaway day and for this absolutely packed month to 6 weeks that we have coming up. Then you look at, this is just an absolutely frustrating series split after playing so well the first 2 games, scoring tons of runs on Monday night, and then, you're going to be fired up after you win a close game like Tuesday night, but just couldn't parlay that success into the final 2 games of the series, and you drop some games to the Twins. You're only 2 games over 500 now, and now playing the Rangers right now. Just went up 4-1. We were up 3-1 as I started making this video. Now we're up 4-1, and this is the official halfway mark of the season. Yes, my channel, I didn't notice until today, but I skipped the number 28 when I was making my videos. So the games up until now, if you look at the thumbnails and the video titles, they go game 27, game 29. I have started to fix them. I'll have them all fixed by the end of today, but this is officially the game 80 video, and tonight's game is game 81. The game 81 video and the mid-season recap will be out sometime tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. Until then, go Ems.